South Park has been lampooning politics and pop culture for 2 decades now. In that time, plenty of misconceptions and myths have appeared about the show. Here are the real stories behind some South Park myths. Now we can all claim to have learned something today. Everyone is offended. You'd think that with the show's knack for mocking literally everybody, few advocacy groups would support South Park, even if they weren't made fun of that week. As it turns out, quite a few prominent groups representing people who have been lampooned by the show have actually praised it for being fairly even-handed. For example, the Tourette Syndrome Association credited the episode La Petite Tourette, which features jokes about Tourette syndrome, for raising awareness and getting aspects of the condition factually correct. Likewise, a group linked with the NAACP lauded the episode, with apologies to Jesse Jackson, for airing uncensored racial slurs and portraying the impact that they have in context. Even people of the Jewish faith, possibly the most mocked group in the show's history, have repeatedly supported the show.
And you especially can't say anything about Jews. Oh, Jesus, why'd you just cut off my bars?
Organizations have praised the show for both its nuanced portrayal of the kind of accepted anti-Semitism Jewish people face daily, and sometimes just because, like everyone else, they find it funny. And when the show mocked Kanye West's ridiculous ego with a running joke that he enjoys relations with male fish, West actually didn't mind the episode.
Hey man, I'm a genius, alright? I'm the most talented musician in the world. If I was a homosexual or a fish, I would know.
He responded on his blog that he found the episode hilarious, in all caps too. So you know he was being super serious. West thanked the show for helping keep his ego in check, gave the animators a special shout out for taking the time to faithfully animate his crew, and admitted that he totally understood why people felt that way about him. And Kanye West never did anything stupid or egotistical ever again.
I'm with you.
Jay is in the building. Throw your hands in the air right now. Put your hands in the air.
Yeah, just kidding. It's all paper. South Park has a unique animated style, owing to the fact that the show's original pilot was made using cutout construction paper, and the show's creators just stuck with that look throughout the series. It was a labor-intensive process, but it worked pretty well on a budget. With that in mind, actual construction paper stopped playing a part in the animation process 20 years ago. By the time the second ever episode began production, everything was converted to digital. The closest the animators have come to using construction paper since then was the time they scanned every piece of pilot episode paper into a computer to use as reference. So we're basically seeing the same paper cutouts that were used when Cartman got an anal probe. An alien in every episode. Watch South Park enough and you'll begin to notice a lot of running jokes and stuff hidden in the background. Among the most enduring Easter eggs are the secret aliens in various episodes, hidden there by the animators. The phenomenon is so pervasive that there's a popular rumor that you can find an alien in the background of every episode ever aired. But that just isn't true. While there are a ton of hidden aliens, animators for the show have denied that they've gone as far as to hide one in every episode. Why? Well, mostly because the guy whose job it is to do it often forgets. Because of this, even the animators don't know exactly how many aliens are hidden throughout the series. Sorry, but the truth isn't always out there. They've never shown Muhammad. Perhaps the biggest controversy in the show's history is when they attempted to include an image of Muhammad in a 2010 episode, simply titled 201. Ultimately, Comedy Central censored all mentions and depictions of the Prophet in the episode, prompting widespread criticism.
You see, I learned something today.
They even refused to rerun the episode, in addition to making it unavailable to view legally online or even to purchase on DVD in some countries. All of this was a surprise to show creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker, since Muhammad was shown uncensored in the 2001 episode Super Best Friends, and nobody gave a flying fart about it back then. The episode prominently features a number of religious figures as a band of godly superheroes, Muhammad included. He gets wicked sick flame powers and gets punched by a giant statue of Abraham Lincoln. The big difference is that Super Best Friends aired before 9/11, prior to a huge shift in the political climate of the US, and prior to a group called Revolution Muslim threatening Parker's and Stone's lives.
A warning by a radical Islamic group right here in America, right here in New York, that they will end up dead because of a cartoon.
To this day, you can't watch any Muhammad episode on South Park Studios' official site, including the 2001 episode. But you can see the Prophet in the opening credits of several seasons, hidden around an alien, the devil, and Scott Tenorman, the kid who ate his own parents in a bowl of chili. They invented the word derp. Consult with Urban Dictionary, preferably not with your parents around, and you'll see that the word derp is credited to the 1999 South Park episode, The Succubus.
If you like Chef, you're gonna love Mr. Derp. Oh, derp.
That credit isn't entirely correct, though. While this episode helped popularize the word, it was actually in an earlier Parker and Stone project, the 1998 film Basketball. But it's not like Parker and Stone came up with the word either, since the word was likely coined by the writer and director of that film, David Zucker. You know, the guy who wrote Airplane. And that guy has given us nothing but classics.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
They were sued by Yelp. Business review website Yelp doesn't really have the most positive reputation, mostly due to the idea that they allegedly extort small businesses in return for positive reviews. South Park riffed on these claims in the 2015 episode You're Not Yelping. Soon after the episode aired, news spread that Yelp had taken offense and that they were suing the show for $10 million. Stone and Parker stoked the flames of controversy by issuing a sarcastic response, giving the lawsuit claim 1 star. Except, Yelp never attempted to sue the show at all. The story about the alleged lawsuit came from a satirical website, and a lot of people who didn't read very closely passed it around as real news. Did you really think that an article written by a guy named Jimmy Rustling was serious news? Thanks for the forward, Grandma. But stick to not dying. Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.